All right, so good evening, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining the PRISM session on the Mom Coach. We all know that children are highly curious and have an infinite amount of unique ideas. And you might be concerned that no true learning that will actually occur unless you are there to drive it. And I can actually witness it when I was a mother 20 years back, and today I'm a mother of in fact 20 years old lady now. So I see the transition happening. So the truth is, when children are in charge of their learning and we follow their ideas, the learning experience they come up are with the 10 times better than we could even think of. So there is a saying, they say that the learning is permanent and useful, and that leads to intelligent action and further learning, which can be arise only out of the experience, interest, concern of the learner. And today we have Kriti with us, who is a lead facilitator on behalf of PRISM. PRISM is a good 20 years old inceptions into the L&D space, but we have been into the industry from the last 10 years. And the beauty is from the last couple of years, we saw a great deep dive into the kids learning. And we really realized that the mothers are really struggling how to make our kids learn. So I think I'll just put it to Kriti and let her take it to the next very level and make you all understand how you can actually engage your kids and make them, give them a beautiful journey. All to you, Kriti.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And I'm giving you the hosting rights too. Yes.
Okay. So everybody can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, can I put my cell phone spotlight? Is that okay?
It's okay. Absolutely okay.
Okay. So hi, everybody. And thanks for joining in. I'm really so excited to see all of you here today. Really, I can't tell you. I've connected with most of you. And yes, some of you I'm totally meeting today. So hi, firstly. And like Anubha ma'am said, I've been associated with her firm for over a decade as a trainer. And now we are branching it into this online training and workshops, thanks to the not so, the pandemic. And so a little about myself. So apart from being a trainer, I actually got interested in the Montessori curriculum, a while back, when I realized that, my friend actually introduced this to me, and she's a teacher. She's a very good teacher. And I started reading, I started brushing up my knowledge. And then finally I decided to get a diploma in the field and gain some experience. And then last year, suddenly everything just, went for a toss. All of the learnings, the fundamentals had to be shifted to a small screen, and all the resources had to be distributed in a way such that it's not a pressure to anybody. And so last year what I started was, apart from the online workshops for students, because as we all know, everything had shifted online, I started a small consulting program where I used to tell mothers what they have to do when it comes to Montessori. See, Montessori, in India, especially in Delhi, I've realized it's not very properly explained to mothers. So we are just going on Google and Pinterest, and we are seeing beautiful images of shells, and we are seeing mamas doing DIYs, and we are guilt tripping and we are crying while binging on Netflix. So we have to change that perception. That's what I believe. See, I've been doing Montessori, even though my son is going into a traditional school. I've been following Montessori with him. I've decided to, merge the two things together, and it has come out beautifully. So Montessori is not just our 1, 2, 3 and ABC, and what the child has achieved in terms of academics, right? Montessori is how we all are living, how the household is moving in one particular direction together. So yes, we all have to be involved in the learning journey, especially now that the child is home. And for those children, especially this age group that we are attending today, that is 1 to 3, they are usually at home only. So, if we can start this journey together, if we can utilize the pandemic in a way such that, like you all mothers want them to be ready for school. So yes, we can do that. But again, a little bit of help from me, a little bit from support from you, and yes, the child is going to enjoy a lot. So before we move forward, there's a small video that I would like to show you that I've made, which is basically a small, it's a gist of what the program offers, because I'm going to move into the program right away. So this is a small video. Just let me know if you can't see or hear it. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, that was a little a gist of what we offer in the Mom Coach program. All the things that are delivered, all the resources, all of them I've put together, and I've divided them not age-wise. So number one, it is not age-wise. It's not like, oh, your child is 2 years old, this box is going to come to you. No. Can your child do the zipping activity? Okay, he can. So now we are going to move to the next activity. And where is that activity coming from? It's coming in a whole box that I've prepared. Again, it's not a generalized box which I've put in a lot of things and I'm sending it to you. No, it's not like that. It comes after I talk to you, I take a session with you, we understand where the child is in terms of the whole Montessori curriculum, which has 5 broad areas, also subdivided. I can show you if you want to. There are 5 areas and they are all subdivided, where we are making sure that the child only moves ahead when the child has mastered one area, right? So yes, this little bit of branding is also important, so you can have a look. So all these materials are going to be delivered to you. You don't have to worry about them. So sorry. So I'm going to just show you how your planner is going to look a little bit like. There it is. Thank you. So yeah, so now if we have decided that, the child is now at a preliminary exercise, let's say we have mastered the art of peeling the banana. So what are we going to do next? We are going to cut the banana. If we have mastered the art of pouring from a jug to a glass, what are we going to do? We are going to now pour in 2 equal glasses. So we are going to follow all these simultaneously. We are going to follow them based on the sensitive period that Maria Montessori says, that every child has a sensitive period. And that's a time, when they're sensitive to one particular thing a lot. For language, it starts with birth. They start recognizing the mother's voice, they start saying papa, all of those. This is language development only, right? Then the sensitivity to small object comes. Like right now, I'm going to tell you what is happening with my daughter. She wants to, she wants to take out the whole shelf and she wants to fit her body inside it. And we all can say, oh, she's such a naughty child, she's making so much of mess, but it's actually not that. She's just trying to understand, dimensions, spaces. She's trying to make, sense of the world. So what do we have to do as parents? We have to give them access to an area And when I say area, when you go Google the word Montessori area and you see those lavish, luxurious playroom, it's not that. I have a beautiful shelf. I have a pickler triangle standing right next to me, and there's no playroom. This is a little small area between my kitchen and my living room where all of this is happening. So yes, I've contained it, but I have not put it in a beautiful, picturesque part of my house. So let's not start with that. Let's just throw that thinking out from the window that we need a lavish, luxurious space and a lot of investment to be able to do Montessori at home. No, it is not expensive. Okay, I'll give you an example. Have you ever noticed that your child just wants to copy you all the time? So not you, maybe your help who's sweeping the floor. The child has a whole fight with her where he's trying to sweep the floor also. My child does that all the time. So what have I given my child? I've given them their own set of cleaning equipment. Yes, because their own set, because I don't want them to be touching that jharu which is going in my bathroom and my balcony. So yeah, they clean up, and they actually, both my children have actually started helping a lot around the house, and they have their mini dustbin to put everything, right? So we are giving them access to materials. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the Mom Coach program. You will have access to resources. You will have a guide that, okay, my child, we have set our goals. Now this week, he has to do this in the practical area, in the sensorial area, and math and language. What we will not be doing, let me be very, very clear, is that ma'am, can we do 1 2 3? Ma'am, can we do phonics, ABC? No, we are not going to do that. Just like when we are eating, we want our chapati, we want our veggies, or when we are hitting the gym, we can't be doing leg day every day, right? We're going to lose our legs. Just like that, we are going to be moving holistically. So sometimes your weekly guide could just be saying namaste or hello or giving space to someone when someone's walking. The guide could be just putting a tape in your living room, making your child walk on it. It can be anything and everything. So this Mom Coach program is not just enabling the parent, it's with resources and materials and a lot of information, but on how to do also. And of course, the material. So anyways, I'll just show you the what. I've prepared a small slide which will tell you, as I think you've now realized that I'm not good at making presentations, but yes, I've tried my best. So again, you have to look at this PPT 4-5 times before we can move ahead. So these are all the activities that will be delivered to you. And you can ask me any question later when you want to regarding this. Yeah. So this is the what. So what we are giving you access to? We are giving you access to personalized plans depending on your child. We are going to be meeting twice a week to understand the development, to tell you how to proceed next, to give you the list of activities, to send the material to you, to tell you, give you the link to view the presentation on how it's done. And the beauty of that presentation is going to be that you can either copy and emulate at home, you can do the same thing, or you can just play that video for your child and he can do it with me. All right. And we are giving you access to all the printables that we have made. See, whenever I start my classes, I make sure that my printables are being used to maintain this kind of uniformity, and all of them will be given access to. All the access to material. There's going to be weekly storytelling sessions where we are going to get all the kids together so that the whole problem that we are facing of not being able to socialize is also solved without having to step out. So this is like a gist of the program that we are going to do, which hopefully will solve most of the problems that the pandemic has brought upon us. And now so this is the syllabus, like I showed you. This is a broadly laid down syllabus for everybody. And this is how we are going to do it. We are going to plan it together. You're going to access your plan. You're going to get your box delivered to you. You're going to access your mail for the videos and the how-tos. And then we are going to monitor the progress of the child together. And when I say monitor the progress of the child, okay, yeah, and the when is, it's completely dependent on you. You want the 20 minutes in the morning, you want the 20 minutes at night. It's completely dependent on you. For bedtime stories also, I've made a whole list of book recommendations that are going to come to you. So this is a sample goal sheet we'll be following. We are going to make small goals so that we also, have that sense of achievement together. So this is a gist of the plan, how we are going to proceed, when and as you enter the mom coach program. Now, before I move ahead, there's something I would like to put forward as an enlightenment. See, most of us as parents are really focused on, as I said, the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, right? My child is not holding a pencil. Yesterday, you know what? The day we asked for you to, help us with the kind of queries we got, and you will not believe there were only two questions in common. Okay, one, how to do. Number two, what to do, where to get it from. And then obviously it was that, my child doesn't sit. He's always looking around for me. So we have to understand that the child is looking around for us because he doesn't know what to do with the material that you've given him. If you put this buttoning frame in front of him and he doesn't know what to do with it, he's going to look for you, right? So I'm going to tell you what to do with it. And the beauty of Montessori is, like, I'll show you with an example. The beauty of Montessori is that the whole material that is Montessori has an auto-correcting, self-correct connecting feature with it. Because, so for example, a child has access to the material, he's taken the material, now he doesn't know what to do. In Montessori, that's not possible, because for example, I'm showing you this. I have these knob cylinders for my daughter. And in this, in a material like this, you immediately know this is not going to fit here. So he doesn't need to call, he doesn't need to say mama. And I've put it, because it's a little heavy, I've put it on the lowermost shelf. So sometimes my daughter does not even pick it up, and she does it there only. When you come to language, there's always a line at the bottom. There's the sandpaper for tracing. This is all homemade. This will be delivered to you when the child is doing phonics with me. So the line will tell you that you have to hold the card like this. So the material also is constantly reminding the children and the parents that how it's done. The zipper frames, the lacing cards, everything is going to have a cross at the bottom. So okay, you have to open the buttons like this, and they will all be delivered to you in your kit if your child has mastered the previous activity. If there's a book recommendation, the whole props will be delivered to you, not the book. The props are going to be delivered to you, so that you know exactly when to do, what to do. We are going to plan together the when. But we as parents have to understand the progression and trust the process. See, a lot of queries that I had in this group and other groups also was that my child is not writing well. So again, I'm going to come to the progression part. Your child is not writing well because we just hand over the pencil to the child directly. So when it comes to the mom coach or any Montessori educator, we like to have a progression. See, so in your kit, you've got this jug. We'll tell you how to place it. We'll tell you how to make it very attractive. We'll tell you how to present it. And now you are going to know the beauty of it. You're going to take out your three fingers, these are called the dominant fingers, and you're going to do pouring. See? And when you've poured in one thing, you're going to pour in 2 glasses. Then you're going to keep a funnel and you're going to pour in a bottle. So you know how we are progressing. And then, so you can start with spooning. We are going to use the spoon together. Then when we've seen the pouring has been mastered, we are going to hold the tongue. So what is happening, that we are practicing these skills in progression so much that by the time you take out that pencil, leave the crayon, leave the color, you take out the pencil, and the child is going to take out his 3 fingers and he's going to hold the pencil and show you that, yes, I'm ready to write. So this is how the material is going to progress, because we can't expect the children to start writing without having, do you remember your writing days? I just remember being scolded, and I had very bad handwriting. And until date, everybody says that my handwriting looks like just a doctor's prescriptions writing, right? So we don't want our children to go through that. We don't want to scold them also, because that's a lot of noise in a very closed space. So these progressions, till date, my 6-year-old, I keep telling him to use this basket and just put the pegs. This is all. This is all. And for the pegs, he's holding, now that he knows I've made the presentation clear. He's doing this, and whenever he's bored, he does this, he keeps it back and he leaves. So once again, now that you have mastered this, you can now master our, see, nothing, you don't have to make anything, everything is delivered. You can now switch to patterns. So you are doing patterns, but you're also understanding colors. And because when I was and then when you mastered this also, so this is a bit of PLE, your tweezer, and all the colors, primary and secondary, are in the box. You have to put them in the box. So we are progressing and we are trying to use as much as possible of the same material. So the knowledge of colors is given through this. And I'll tell you a whole plethora of activities that you can do with these small color tablets that can interest the child. He can go around sticking them on different things. He can mix the colors and see what color is formed and put the color tablets near it. So, this is how it's going to follow a progression. And also there's another problem that I had faced. So yeah, this is my little Montessori shelf. I want to give you a look. So this is my 6-year-old is doing addition, subtraction, and he's still using the number rods, by the way. And you'll also get them when the child is ready. He's still using. My little one is doing animal matching. So the animal figures have remained, but we've put the cards. She's doing a little bit of vegetable cutting. Then the cylinders are there. And the pink tar is there. There's a little water dispenser for them. So what are we doing? We are giving them freedom, but within limits. We are giving them the freedom to access these things, use these things, and then put them back. See, all these things we are going to give a lot of importance to. So so I'm also sitting on a mat, and whether it's my 14-month-old or it's my 6-year-old, they always unfold it, put it, do an activity, whether it's right or wrong, they try to roll it the way mama was doing it. They love this tap, 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 and they put it back. And that's how they wind up the whole activity. Now, for example, we are doing something about plants. So all you need is to download the printable, and you are going to put your broccolis and tomatoes. You can go get some tomatoes, go get some what you want to go get some spinach from the fridge, and we are going to put it on the plant, and they're going to see that happening live. So we are going to make it visually appealing, but not by messing with their head so much. Everybody, I have a very interesting, I just remembered. So everybody says that we don't want the pink tar, it's all pink. It's not colorful, the child doesn't enjoy. Please remember, parents, two things. You are not enjoying that it's in a single color. The child is only making sense of it. Okay, you think, because you work to finish something. Children work to enjoy building that tar. They don't care that it's not colorful. Also, sometimes what happens with us mothers, it's we buy a lot of things and don't know what to do with it. For example, a mother told me that this pink tar, we've already done the stacking activity. I'll tell you, my son is also using the pink tar. He feels the cubes. He has a lot of open-ended play by mixing the rods and the pink tar. There are a lot of presentations which all of you will get access to. And now with that, I'm going to stop. I'm just going to share the pricing, because now I want all of you to ask any more questions that you feel you would like to ask after this session. But before that, I'm just going to open this slide for you. So this is how the pricing works. Once you pay, then we get on a call. We discuss how we are going to proceed forward. You subscribe for the material. I'll tell you which material you will be getting, what resources, from where, and that's how we take it forward. And then we start doing the activities. You will get your videos for the activities, and then I'll tell you how to do the assessments too. So even if it's sounding heavy, it's going to, with time, you will see that the child comes to that area that you've set up, does his activity and leaves. Obviously, that is not going to be 2 to 3 hours a day, but yes, whenever he has approached those things, I can guarantee you, I can promise you that the child is going to be engaged without having you telling him, come here, sit, and let's do this. So yeah, any questions? Okay, I'm waiting. You can please unmute. Even if you don't want me to see your faces, I can still hear your voices, right?
Great.
Yeah, hi, Kriti. Thank you for a beautiful session.
Hi.
So, as you're aware that my toddler is not even 13 months right now.
Yeah.
I mean, both of us are almost on the same boat.
Yeah.
So, with respect to this, since I was always very much interested in this Montessori training, because it is completely led by the child itself.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, since I am completely clueless about it, so I would like to know that how you can actually start, because as far as I have heard, you can actually start with a child as young as 6 months.
Exactly. So Montessori
Right.
can begin as early. We are starting Montessori. We are helping them in language development. We as mothers are trying to always show them colors and all. We are doing our best. So yes, you can start today. You can also start when the child is 3 years old. I also started when he was 2, because that's how, when my knowledge was complete. So yeah, you can start. So you will get access. Like I said, I'll tell you how to and where to put the thing. So for a 13 months old, their hand grip, we cannot expect them to do the 3 fingers, but yes, they can feel surfaces. They might, I'm sure your 13-month-old also recognizes hot and cold. So we are going to give them a texture board where they can feel soft and rough, so that with time, when they finally come to the phonics part of it, they already know that we have to feel this, and then they can do this with the gradual progression. So yes, different activities are going to be given to you. So and the answer to your question is that you can start today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm still looking for questions.
Krushi, sorry, I missed this session for a bit because my son was, not letting me join in quickly. So just to kind of get a recap from our conversation last time.
Okay.
So the activity kit you will send me is going to be for an entire month with tips and tricks and online sessions with you. How many times? Like, if you could just give me a quick
Twice
breakdown.
a week, I'll meet with the parent. We are planning, we are going to put all the age groups together. We'll do a storytelling every 15 days.
Okay, so it's a month-on-month thing, and
yes, it's a month-on-month.
A week or 2 sessions a month?
No, it's 2 sessions a week. We have to monitor the progress together. Otherwise, you'll also lose your way. And even I won't know what the child is doing at home. So it has to be twice a week.
Storytelling, you said a month, right?
Yeah, it can be a storytelling. It can be a fun experiment. It will be a very short class of all the students. They can interact. They can say hi to each other, and we can do a short activity. So because the social aspect has to be considered in the pandemic. That's why.
And all the material, etc., you'll be sending in the kit at the beginning of the month, right?
Yes, and if there is any printable, you will get access to the printable in your mailbox. The video on how to do it will also be in your mailbox, so that you don't have to worry that, oh my God, what has Kriti sent? What am I going to do with it? Because that's a really major concern among mothers. I understand.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. I am looking for any other questions. I know all of you had given me your questions earlier also, but if there's anything that I can solve right now, it'll be great. Or ma'am, would you like to end the session?
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay,
Preeti.
Sonam has a question. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Like, I've been following you for a long, and like for the elder one also,
Thank
and
you.
for the younger one also. But like, I just wanted to know, this program would give us the whole month. Like, is it compulsion if the kid is not enjoying a particular activity? So would you change it at the review, or how would it go?
Yes, in the review, we'll discuss how to move forward. What is it that's making him, the kids usually don't enjoy in 2 cases. Either it's too challenging, or it's too easy and too boring, or it's at a place where it's not accessible. Like I said, we think, oh, it's not colorful, it's not play, it's not making noise, that's why they're not. It's not that. It's either of these 3 problems, and we'll together, we are solving it. Like, if I put my 13 months old stuff here, she's not going to pick it up. I've kept a book and she has not touched this book because it's not accessible to her. But when I keep the book here, she wants to at least, flip the pages because she's seen mama do it. Right? So yes, we'll work on those 3 things. Otherwise, also, if you feel that we need to change something, we'll get down to the crux of it and we'll figure out how to move ahead.
True. And I wanted to one more thing, but because I don't have an access to a very big room or a space.
Yeah.
So would you help us to make an environment also, environment which is feasible for the kid?
Exactly. We are going to start with making the environment. Because that's what I started with. I don't want you to feel that you need a big space and a big shelf. Whatever we have, we are going to make do with it. Even if it's
Okay.
the floor, even if it's the floor with the basket, we are going to make do with it. Even if it's a small bookshelf, we'll put one book and two props, but we are going to do it. We are going to make it
Okay.
accessible for the child, so that even if she's walking past, she can, pick up something. She will not immediately start doing what you're telling her to do, but if she
Okay.
keeps seeing that you are doing the way you are doing, she will try. So that's how we are going to proceed. So it's a slow process, but yes, it's a fruitful process.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sonam.
Kriti, one more question again.
Oh,
So, what are the payment sessions going to be like? We have to, if you could just share. I don't know if you've already shared all of this earlier, but because I couldn't, attend the session in a whole.
no,
So,
that's fine. So this is how the payment works. So before 9th January, we are offering this at 3,800 per month. If you registered before 9th January, after your payment comes, we are going to have the assessment session. We are going to move ahead. I'm going to give you the weekly plan. I'll tell you what material will be delivered to you. And then as the material is delivered to you, I'll tell you how to use it. How you're going to make your child interested in it. Where are you going to keep it? So we are going to have a lot of in-depth research on how to proceed with this program, such that the child is engaged and the child learns how to make himself engaged without having to say, Mama, please help me, Mama, 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 the thing that is
yeah,
constantly bothering us. And you also get some time. So, like even if
true.
if you're doing something in the kitchen and I'll tell you what to do, why if he has come into the kitchen, what do you have to hand over to him? Keep this in the kitchen so that he can do this. So this is how we are going to do. So it's not age. I'm not going to plan it as per the age of the child. I'm going to
And
plan it.
what are the dates like? We're going to, if we say month on month, so the start of the session would be from say 15 to 15 because we're already on 7th right now.
Exactly. So thank you so much. That is, ma'am, we forgot to tell you. So we want to do it from 15th January, depending upon the registrations, because see, the only glitch will be the materials getting delivered to you.
True.
Right, that's the only. So as soon as you registered, I'm going to have that conversation with you and I'm going to start packing. So it
Okay.
completely depends on when the payment and registration is made, to be
Sounds
really
good.
honest.
And one last question. Will this
Yeah.
help me discipline the child in terms of say a no or a yes or, don't touch that,
Yes,
etc., etc.?
exactly. I'm going to send you little snippets also daily that that will tell you how to say it so that it doesn't become very exciting, because usually when you say no and it becomes the forbidden fruit, it's very,
Yeah.
very exciting. So yeah, I've also learned, with experience. Like I told my child not to come while I'm giving this workshop, and I can hear the biscuit packet going khar 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 in the back. So yes, we are all working through. He's having his Oreos. I know it. So because I told him specifically not to come, I could have, told him that, why not join me, something like that. So I'm going to tell you how to do that once you tell me what the concerns are.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great. So thank you so much, Kriti. In fact, it was really insightful, and I'm
Thank
sure the
you.
kind of the questions which is coming up from the parents, and so yes, we all are here to serve each other, and let's take this journey to the next level. So Kriti has already mentioned we will be having a monthly plan, and the cost will be 3,800. A very wonderful, lucrative offer, we would say, from the PRISM side, and we will be meeting twice. So tentatively, we have decided on Monday and on Saturday. So Monday, the Kriti is going to give you the lot of learnings, what is to be done, and on Saturday we will do the reflection with the child, and that's how we will see the entire experiential approach with all of us together. So with that note, thank you so very much. We'll be sharing the recording to each one of you. And if you have any query, any questions, we are already part of the group and we'll be, doing a chit chat and understand and make the learning goes to the next level. So with that note, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Namaste.
Bye. See you.
Thank you.
Hope you guys join the program.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks a
so
lot.
much. Bye
Thank
bye.
We'll
you.
Take
surely
care.
join.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Thank you.